Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, doing a special live stream tonight because things are looking pretty darn good. Even better than this morning. You have Bitcoin moving higher. Broke 110 again. You have Ethereum moving higher. And a lot of DeFi projects moving higher in a big way. So does that mean altcoin season is around the corner? Some argue yes. So let's talk about everything and why big moves are around the corner. All right, guys, let's do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight we are at 109.7, and this morning we broke, or actually this afternoon, we broke 110 once again. We keep trending upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards. And it's just a matter of time we break out past that 112 high. But today, the story is a lot of alts start recovering, especially the Ethereum ones. Even outside Ethereum, you have like Solana and Sui and others that have done really well. But there's a reason why Ethereum is a little bit stronger, why several DeFi projects like Uniswap and others are exploding right now. There's something big with it. All right. So what's driving things higher and what could be driving things a lot higher tomorrow? There's like two big things happening tomorrow. Number one, this trade talk, okay, seems like there's more progress. There's a framework that's done. That's day 2. Tomorrow's day 3. Can we possibly get a trade talk or a trade deal done tomorrow? If so, it would be absolutely enormous, crazy big. So this is coming up tomorrow, okay? And we got the Genius bill that is being voted upon tomorrow. So we could potentially get both of these tomorrow. But if not on the trade deal, this is very likely to be pushed through. And this would be also very good for crypto and can drive us higher. So we got two big things to look forward to. Okay. And plus we have other stuff pending too, you know, like India and US. There could be a trade deal there too. So, you know, you just never know. You never know what may come out tomorrow or the day afterwards or the day afterwards. We got a lot. And, oh, let's not forget, Crypto Healy, thanks for the reminder. We got a CPI print tomorrow too. That could potentially bring us higher if inflation comes in lower than expectations. That's also coming. So we got a lot of things to look forward to tomorrow, right? But before that, we got more goodness. There seems to be a lot of goodness every single day. Sailor, MicroStrategy, now so many are following in their footsteps, okay? And you wonder why Bitcoin is so strong. It's because you just have so much buying. And I have a very, very interesting chart to show you guys why this cycle is different and why future cycles going forward could be different as well. The 4-year cycle that we're used to could be forever changed. And you could actually thank Sailor for that, Sailor and ETFs. Look at this one. Europe's first Bitcoin treasury company raises 340 million after a 68 million buy. Okay, so this is a French company, Blockchain Group. So obviously they're following the strategy playbook. You have Japan's ANAP Holdings launching a full Bitcoin strategy business with the goal of having 1,000 Bitcoin by August. They already have 584. Again, following strategies playbook. You have more and more companies every single day following. This is the reason why Bitcoin continues to slowly trend upwards, slowly trend upwards, slowly trend upwards. We will get that 112 once again and break through, Right now, Bitcoin traded above 100,000 for 30 consecutive days for the first time in history. So again, we're just going higher and higher and higher. It's all because of Saylor's Bitcoin strategy and ETF accumulation and just overall DCAing from the masses, right? So where does that place us? Where is the new high that's coming? There's a lot of predictions. The next leg up is supposed to be about like 130, 140, but the top of this cycle could be as high as 230, 200. Everyone is looking at 200 to 250. Some are more aggressive with their predictions. Like CZ thinks it's like 500,000. But I think 200, 250, man, that's still 1 to 1.5x from where we are now. And if that happens, a lot of people will be very happy. A lot of people will make a lot of money, become new millionaires. But imagine the alts, where they will be at, right? There's a lot of inkling that says altcoin season is around the corner. This is what I want to show you guys. This is very interesting. This is the reason why you could argue that cycles, okay, the 4-year cycle has been broken. All cycles after this one will be different. Because look at it. Look at all the previous cycles before. You have this FOMO, right? Led by retail, no institutions. You didn't have ETFs. You didn't have strategy going as crazy as they are now at accumulating. And you don't have this worldwide adoption. You certainly didn't have Bitcoin reserves. But now that you have it, do you notice the difference? It's just a slow, steady upwards. So yeah, maybe we don't have those 20+% days for Bitcoin, but we are just trending along higher and higher and higher. And this could be, even after this year, the same trend that we keep going. Like we may have these like little up and downs, maybe 10, 15, 20, even 30% dips, but then we just recover and keep on going. This concept of crypto winter going down for a year and a half, going down 80+% could be over forever because of the institutional buys. It makes a whole lot of sense. You could see how it looks very different this cycle versus previous cycles, right? And this could be a good thing. This is part of the maturity, the maturity like factor, right? When you have a ton of adoption. It's actually quite interesting, right? And plus, let's not forget, the more money that gets printed worldwide, the more Bitcoin goes up. When you have a lot of liquidity, and there will be a lot more, this is already tracking like 90 days, 100 days behind. So a lot more money has been printed within the last 90 days, and a lot more will be printed, okay? There will be a whole bunch more money being printed in the US. We're desperate. We're broke as a country. We can't even pay our interest, and we keep increasing our debt ceiling. And other countries, same thing. That's why we keep minting more. We keep borrowing more. It's a never-ending supply. That's why inflation will be forever thing. And that's why so many people are turning Bitcoin. All these people following strategy are doing it for a reason. They see it now. They finally understand. But it's not just all about Bitcoin. So today you may be wondering, well, why did a lot of DeFi projects pump upwards today? Right? Like Uniswap's up like 25%. And you have others like Lido that's up like 10%, Aave up 10%. You got a whole bunch in double-digit territory. And Ethereum itself did pretty well too. Like up over 10% today, I believe. Right? And that's because the new SEC chair, Paul Atkins, basically said today that he's going to make it a lot easier for DeFi projects to survive and really help them innovate. He's going to relax the rules on them. So that's why you got the likes of DeFi like Uniswap that is surging and others, right? Remember, this is a total 180. Under Gary Gensler, Gary was suing Uniswap, wanted to make Uniswap a broker, wanted to make Uniswap do KYC and collect all the transactions, even though they're complete decentralized DEX. That's what Gary Gensler wanted. Now you have Paul Atkins like actually trying to relax the rules. So it's really a different mindset, and this is going to change things. This is the reason why. Again, you got like Uniswap, you got Lido, you got Aave, you got so many others that are doing well today. And most of the DeFi projects do exist on Ethereum. That's one good thing about Ethereum is a lot of the dApps that exist started on Ethereum and they're still there, right? So this could be a turning point, right? A lot of these DeFi projects are still nowhere close to their previous high. And this could be a turning point. And plus, let's not forget, DeFi is not just about trading. DeFi is just everything, even staking, right? Staking back in the day was considered a security. Now it's not. And staking rewards are a big part of DeFi. So here's an example, Constellation Network. I haven't talked about them in a while. DAG, but they just opened up delegated staking. So now you can help power the network. And they have a lot of networks. They work with the United States Air Force. So they actually have their own network with DAG, right? But stuff like this can exist now because the relaxed rules on DeFi, right? This couldn't exist before. All these chains were getting sued left and right, but now they can, okay? And because of what's happening, a lot of people think because Ethereum is heading higher, DeFi and maybe other sectors will be going higher, we may be at the start of altcoin season. There are some signs that show, if you're looking at like the overall market cap, you look at some of these signs, we may be entering altcoin season. Look at that. We go get a 250x from where we are. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy. But keep in mind, most alts are still suppressed. They're not even close to their January high, let alone their 2021 high, right? So if we get back to 2021 high and go even above that, man, you're talking about some crazy, crazy gains. That's right. That's right. And stablecoins, let's not forget. Stablecoins, all-time high. That's a lot of money waiting to come into the space. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars waiting to enter the space. There are still so many that are sitting on the sidelines. And all this talk about SEC, CFTC also. The new SEC, that CFTC chair, Brian Quintes, says he wants to bring more clarity to crypto classification and jurisdiction for market oversight. So he is also very, very pro. In fact, he worked at A16Z as head of policy before. So he definitely knows a thing or two about crypto, right? So one thing's for certain, crypto is going to change for the better in the US. That's for sure going forward. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. That is it. Look at ETH right now. Look at this. It got up to this point, which is what I was talking about, right? This resistance. But if it could break out of here, look at 3,000 or 4,000, right? Getting back to $4,000. Man. Could be happening. Sui had a good day today. XRP, so-so. Solana had a good day today, but then, you know, you got like standouts like Uniswap. Look at that big jump just from a few days ago till now. Then you got like something like Sushi Swap, not as good. Lido up there. You got a lot of DeFi projects that did really well today. And Bitcoin is just looking like it wants to go higher. We keep pressing against this 110. We did it several times. It's just a matter of time we break out. We are so close to that 112, and then boom, we are ready to go higher. This was a shakeout. What did I tell you guys during that time? This is just a shakeout, clear out leverage. Market makers needed do what they needed to do. We recover right back up and headed higher, right? This is why you want to stay in the game and you want to DCA. Hold on DCA. All right, guys. Let's do some Q&A. Yeah, I haven't streamed for a while. It seems like a lot of people do not show up for the streams anymore. At night at least. When altcoin season, now or next year? I think it'll be late this year. But some argue it may be coming soon. Tomorrow, we will get a CPI print. It's estimated that we will get 2.4%. Okay, overall. Core is at 2.9%. Overhead is 2.4%. It's anticipated to go up by 0.1%. If we don't go up by 0.1% on both, let's just say we stay the same, or we even go below, it could be tremendous. What do I think? TJ is asking, what do I think about Knicks firing Tibbs, and who do you think it'll be next? I have no idea about coaches, but I think it was kind of silly to fire him considering how far he gotten them, and it was the deepest playoff run in like forever. So yeah, I don't know why they just like rushed that. I don't know. Tibbs didn't do well when he was with the Bulls. He was too harsh. But it seemed like his system worked for the Knicks. So I think it was just too rash. At least give him another year to try to improve upon his, I don't know, NBA teams, these owners, they just like fire people left and right, sometimes without like real good reasons. Like Knicks did really well this year. And this is the first year they got Cat. So why not let them gel a little bit? Brunson and Cat and Hart, let them gel a little bit. See if they could figure things out even better next year, and maybe they go deeper in the playoff run. Like maybe they'll make it to the finals. I just don't get that. Crypto NY says Bitcoin will not hit 40K probably ever again. I agree with that. Even 60K, I don't think so. Like, I have a hard time seeing Bitcoin hitting 60K again. Some of these, levels, once we break through, we'll never see them again. Do I like hockey? No, I do not. Any hope for DFK Jewel? I hope so. I hold some still. But their tokens are just absolutely wrecked right now. But I know they're not giving up. They still go to a lot of conferences. They're still building upon their Coliseum game with Metis and doing other things. So I hope so. Do I like soccer? No. I don't watch any sports. I don't pay attention to any sports other than basketball. That's the only sport I like. And only NBA too. I don't watch college. I don't watch even NBA games I hardly watch anymore, but I still try to follow it. What should a newbie use? KYC, Coinbase, or alternative? If you're brand new, Coinbase or Robinhood, they ain't bad. Okay. And they're big enough where if there is a hack, they would be on top of it and recover it unless you just like let someone into your account. But after you learn it a little bit, you should definitely go self-custody, download a wallet, and try it out yourself. Right? Like send some crypto to it, learn how to safeguard it. Basics. That's how that's how you get into DeFi. You have to use your own wallet. You can't do DeFi on top of like Coinbase. Oh, I forgot about that. Robinhood has their own wallet. Coinbase has their own wallet, like self-custody wallets. So, yeah. Bitstamp was bought by Robinhood. Their stock is also doing very well. So, I know Robinhood went through some controversy before, and a lot of people do not like them. But um, you know, they're turning a corner, especially with crypto. They're going all in on crypto now. Don't drink on stream. Put beer in a glass. What's the difference if I put in a glass and drink it from a glass or from the bottle? Durant to the Spurs. I thought Spurs wanted to get Giannis. Spurs got Giannis. That would have been game over. Giannis and Wemby. But Durant and Wemby, still pretty good. Durant's getting pretty old, but he's still pretty much unstoppable offensively. Um, and he plays decent D too. So I don't know. They still need more firepower. You should drink from the keg and assert your dominance over the entire crypto space. Yeah. Thanks for that suggestion, Josh. Man, I want the Lakers to pick someone up. Maybe Giannis will go to the Lakers and Luka stays. Luka, Giannis, and LeBron. If they still don't win with those three, then, you know, they're never going to win. I saw some pictures of Luka. Looked like he lost like 30 pounds. So I'm hoping that's true. If he really did drop a lot of weight and he's very motivated because he got embarrassed last year, they will be very hard to beat. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a big, big day. We could get this Genius Bill Act passed. We could get a low inflation reading. We can get a trade deal done. We got a lot of bullish catalysts happening tomorrow. All right. So have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good one. Take care, guys.